Hey guys, this video is for our 2nd through 4th grade team for July week 4. So this is our last week of Amped because next week is a movie week. So far this month we've learned that trust that God is always with you, find friends who help you trust Jesus, stay focused on Jesus, and then this week our story is about Peter and John before the Sanhedrin, and our bottom line is when Jesus is with you, you can face anything. So our life app for the month is confidence, living like you believe what God says is true. And our memory verse is Philippians 1:6. God began a good work in you, and I am sure he will carry it on until it is completed. That will be on the day Christ Jesus returns. So make sure, since it's the last week of the month, just give these out to every kid that you have, even if they've already been here this month. We still have a lot left on the cart, so just make sure that we're getting these things home so that parents can see what we're learning about here at church. So heading over to our leader guide, when you arrive at 8:30 and 10:30, please just take a few minutes to pray for the kids that are going to be coming to Oak Ridge Kids today. You can also be praying for our students that are traveling to Big Stuff. They will be on the bus on their way to Big Stuff on Sunday morning. And just pray that the kids who are here, that they get some God-sized confidence when they are facing a tough situation in life, which the older these kids get, the more that happens. So as kiddos come into the room, just hang out with them, get to know their names, ask how their week was, make sure any first-time guests feel really welcome. And then at 9 o'clock, you're going to do an activity called Super Leaps. So there's going to be 10 lines of painter's tape on the floor. And I'm just going to do one per room, so the boys and girls will have to kind of share this together. So you're going to have them all get in a single file line, and the first kid should kind of stand about 3 feet behind the first line with all the lines in front of them, and you're going to give each person a turn to make a super leap across the line. So you'll just leap however you tell them to. So give each kid a turn. So you could do a long jump, the furthest line that they can reach without a running start, a crazy jump, whatever they want to do to just kind of make it crazy. You could do the run and jump. You could do the reach, so leaving one foot at the starting point, how far can they reach to another piece? And so then you'll close by saying, guys, those were some pretty crazy fun directions, and I can't believe how great you guys each tackled those huge leaps. Well, today in large group, we're going to learn that the key to facing tasks that are even greater than these. So then you'll head down to large group, just and make sure that you help your group to focus and listen and just sing with the songs and dance if they'd like to. Then when you get back to your room after large group, you're going to do an activity called Breakthrough. So you're going to divide your group into teams of 3 or somewhere right around there and ask each kid to think of a hard scenario. So maybe like a bully or passing a swim test to go to the deep end or feeling left out or any kind of hard situation. And teams are going to draw these different scenarios. It's not going to be a piece of butcher paper. It's just going to be a big piece of 11 by 17 paper. And then they're going to choose one person's idea to illustrate all together, or they could each illustrate their own idea on a section of the paper. And after they've completed their drawings, have them present to the entire group what was the hard scenario that they drew. And after they've all had a turn, have each team choose 2 people to hold the ends of their paper and have someone run and break through the paper. So maybe instead of doing that, they can just hold the 2 ends and they can kind of like punch their fist through it. Because we're not going to, I don't know if we have big butcher paper. Maybe I will do big butcher paper. We'll see. But if it's 11 by 17, then maybe just see if they can hold it out to the side and just have someone like punch through it. That might be better. So then, and have encouraged teams to switch roles so that everyone has a chance to break through the paper. So they can pick up the larger piece of butcher paper and use that to break through, or they could take like the smaller 11 by 17 and just punch through that. And then you'll just close by saying, so I agree with all of our teams that those were some difficult scenarios to break through. And how do you normally face a difficult situation? And just have kids share. What do they do if they have a hard situation? And then share a story from you. How have you faced a difficult situation and Jesus has helped you break through? And then just say, there's always going to be situations that pop up in our lives that are difficult to walk through. But the awesome thing is that we can lean on each other in those times to help. Let's always remind ourselves and our friends that when Jesus is with you, you can face anything. So then for the memory verse challenge, you're going to just split your group in half. I'm just going to make 2 of these per group and explain that each group is going to dig through this box of crumpled up paper to find the crumpled up memory verse pieces. And the first team to find their pieces and put together their memory verse in order wins. And so after they've all done it, you'll practice reading Philippians 1:6 together. And you'll close by saying, you guys have all been on a roll accomplishing some big challenges today, and I can already see the good work that God has started in you, just like our verse talks about. And as you enter into your week, I want you to be encouraged to know that when Jesus is with you, you can face anything. And then when you pray, you're just going to have the pieces from your breakthrough activity and encourage each kid to hold a piece of the banner while you're praying and ask if anybody has anything big that they're facing this week. Give kids some time to share and ask each kid who shares if the thing that they're facing makes them excited, nervous, or neither. And then encourage your group to just take home those banner pieces, a reminder that with Jesus, they can face anything. So you can just close with this prayer. And as adults come, have each kid show their piece of the banner and what that piece is from. And just have them share that difficult scenario and that when Jesus is with you, you can face anything. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for serving. This summer has been awesome so far. Just thank you for keeping Jesus the main thing on Sunday mornings. I appreciate that. And we'll see you on Sunday.